Hello, my name is Sabin Partzer. I am from Austria, and I am the founder and director of the Holistic Dance Institute, and I'm happy to speak with Alfia today about my work.
So Sabin, tell us please, what is holistic dance?
Holistic dance is a name that I found to encompass a couple of different methods that I've been working with for the last 20-25 years. It is a name that I came up with when I was working with people that had severe injuries. I am a professional dancer, and then I worked in the rehabilitation center, and through the work with the people with the injuries, I was trying to figure out a word that would include all of the things that I like to use, all the methods that I like to use, but also that uses, that speaks about the quality of dance that I'm working with. So holistic dance is a combination of authentic movement, contact improvisation, somatics from different bodywork practices, also applied anatomy, contemporary dance improvisation, and dance in nature.
Thank you. And what is the difference between holistic dance and dance therapy?
Well, holistic dance is again something that I named. I am a professional dancer and a choreographer, and I worked with these forms for many, many years. I noticed, and I'm not the only one that noticed it, that these forms, authentic movement, contact improvisation, bodywork, that they all have healing qualities, that we usually come out happier, we usually come out more satisfied, more grounded, more aware of our body and of our emotions. So this is what I call the healing aspect of it, the healing qualities that we can get to in holistic dance, in any dance, but it has a special focus on the healing quality. Dance pedagogy on one side, the traditional dance pedagogy, was aimed towards dancing on stage, towards presenting something to an audience. And I take a lot of my methods, a lot of my tools, my skills from the dance pedagogy. I was on stage for many, many years. And then there's also some tools that I use that come from dance therapy. But I kind of combined a lot of these skills somewhere in the middle. Dance therapy is usually a 3 to 4 year professional training where you learn how to deal with patients with severe disorders, oftentimes eating disorders or abusive disorders. And it has more on the focus on analysis, on the separation between the client and the therapist. And what we're doing here in holistic dance is a way of working with each other that is closer. We don't work with clients that are ill, clients that have a psychiatric diagnosis. I always say we work with normal neurotic people like ourselves, people who want to explore their movement, learn how to express themselves more, feel more at home in their body, want to enjoy playing with relationship, with contact, with communication, with listening, all of those juicy parts of our daily life that are not so connected with illnesses and disease. So it is more of a group of people that tend to be healthy. And still there's a lot of quality of healing that is possible. We all need healing. So I think that is one of the biggest differences.
And how holistic dance differs from other type of conscious dancing, like biodance, integral dance, dance movement, classes, etc.?
Well, I don't like to compare my work to other people's work. First of all, I don't know everybody's work. I know some of them. So I think it's difficult to say this is this and this is that. I feel that there is a lot of dance methods out there that aim towards health, that aim towards expression. And I think every participant has to just kind of look to see where they feel comfortable. I think it's often that we are attracted by a teacher because of the qualities within the teacher. I know that many of my students, they say, oh, I didn't know what holistic dance was about, but I came because I wanted to study with you. Yeah, so I always advise my students, if they're not sure where to study or what method to study, is to follow their intuition and to follow also the example of the teacher. Do they like the teacher? Do you feel like this is somebody that you can look up to and you feel like you can learn something from that person?
Right. And what to start with for the beginning if I've never danced before and I know nothing about this field?
Well, come to one of the workshops. I feel like in some ways there are no beginners. I feel like all of us live in our bodies. Most of us have had some sort of experience with either sports, or some of you have had some experiences with martial arts, aikido or judo. Some of us had some sort of dancing as a child or gymnastics. So most of us actually have more experience in dance than we think we do. Yeah? And you can never tell. I have some participants who come and who are totally new, let's say, to contact improvisation, and they start moving and they're just a natural. So you never know. And then I have people who have been studying for 10 years, and sometimes I feel like, okay, maybe you should start taking classes again. Yeah. So I feel like the best way is to get started and to start paying attention to your own body. Yeah, I mean, there are some workshops that are specifically designed for people who are new at it, but often it's open workshops where people with more experience will also dance with people who are new, and we all learn with each other. So yeah, I think the best thing is just to come.
Okay. And are there any restrictions of using holistic dance for some groups of people?
Well, in general, like I said before, it is holistic dance is a combination of methods that are intended for people who are generally healthy. That doesn't mean that I don't have pain or that I can still do it with an injury. Actually, I worked with people in a rehabilitation center for 14 years after major accidents. So depending on the focus of how you work with it, people with disabilities can do it, people of all ages can do it. You can use some of the aspects of holistic dance in teaching children or working with teenagers also. It depends what part of holistic dance you're working with. In authentic movement, it's very clear that's an in-depth study, an in-depth practice of working with the unconscious. So if you have some psychological disease or some major depression, then it's not recommended. Yeah, but I always say, if you come and if you try it, then you will know if it's for you. It's really hard. You can't make a general statement of who it is for and who it is not for. In general, I think it's about people wanting to be comfortable in their body, wanting to learn about their body, wanting to learn about communication with other people, wanting to be more sensitive to their own body and to other people. So I think that is something that most of us can learn about.
Thank you. And this is my last question. How to practice holistic dance alone without a group, if I can do it?
Well, one way is to get my card set, which we're on the way to producing it in Russian. I've made a card set of 76 exercises, half of them for solo and half of them for partner work. It's in German right now, but I think there's going to be somebody who's going to produce it in Russian. And I designed the card set for home use, to get up in the morning and to pick a card and to do these exercises as a way of meditating or starting your day. The partner exercises you can do with a friend, or you can do with your partner, or with your children, or your family. But if you don't have the cards yet, you can take the exercises that you learn in the workshops. Some of them are very simple. They're about breathing, or they're about moving your joints, or sensing your body from the inside. And that is something that you can take into your daily life always. The work lives off of the practice. It's not something that happens overnight. Body awareness is not something that happens overnight. It needs training. It needs practice, like a meditation practice. So you can take what you learn from the workshops. There's a lot of information online also. There's a lot of work about authentic movement. There's a lot of work about contact improvisation. So sometimes it helps to watch something online. But of course the physical experience is always the best.
Thank you, Sabine.
Thank you. My pleasure.